been trying. Chicago's been trying to find a way to get Rachel Banham going. That's one way.
Count the packets. Best basketball in the WNBA post-Olympic break.
Angel Reese, 12 points, 16 rebounds. Sounds like a solid night, right? Wrong. Her shooting was so off, it's got people talking. But wait, there's more. While Reese struggled, Caitlin Clark was busy leading the Indiana Fever to the playoffs. What's the real story here, and why should WNBA fans care? Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great. Thank you so much. Now back to the video. Even a strange game like this can alter the course of history. Imagine this. Despite leading her team to victory and being voted the game's MVP, a player somehow destroys their playoff chances. Join Angel Reese on her crazy journey. Angel Reese is going to change the definition of a bad night for the Chicago Sky with his performance in this pivotal game. You might assume star players always shine. Listen, I know these figures are going to be confusing, but I'll explain it all anyhow. Reese went 4 for 12 from the field and shot a pitiful 33.3% for the game, and that's still not the worst of it. 8 layups eluded her, a total of 8. Here we are discussing the most straightforward shot in basketball.
Caitlin Clark and Diamond and Reese breaking up that pass. Kennedy Carter feeds Angel Reese. Can't finish.
Yet Reese failed to make it. This degree of incompetence is like witnessing a chef burn toast. You may be asking, all right, but what if the entire squad was just not performing up to par? Now we're getting into some intriguing territory. Teammate Carmela Coso was demonstrating proper form while Reese faltered. Despite playing 7 minutes less than Reese, Coso scored 14 points on 5 of 6 field goal attempts. How about that for efficiency? However, this is where things start to get weird. Player of the game went to Angel Reese after all she went through. Yes, that's correct. Despite her team's loss, Reese was named to the starting lineup because of her 12 points and 16 rebounds. This is analogous to a trophy for making it to the finals of a sporting event. Serious eyebrows are being raised by this discrepancy between individual statistics and team success. Even while Reese's statistics sound solid in theory, they failed to lead the Sky to victory. Because of this, both supporters and experts are beginning to doubt the team's approach. Do they actually want to win, or is it more of a stat pad game? Some have gone so far as to say that Reese's play is just a symptom of deeper issues at Chicago Sky. The following comment came from an unnamed source. Angel Reese desperately needs to have her ass in the gym working on layups, working on her short game, and she's not doing it. Oh no. When your postseason aspirations are at stake, that type of criticism hits particularly hard. The WNBA is a roller coaster.
We had already been through some adversity throughout the year, missed games, different lineups, so many different things has happened to our team, and we were just built for this moment, and we trusted God, and we played together, and we're some dogs.
Of course, we just heard Caitlin Clark. She says she needs a break, and it's understandable. A bummer that she won't compete in the three-point contest. But look, there've been a ton of expectations mounting on Caitlin Clark.
And when one club falters, another can suddenly take off. The rookie who has been making waves this season is Caitlin Clark. Would she be able to steer the Fever to their first postseason appearance since 2016 by taking advantage of the Sky's misfortune? The response may take you by surprise. The Indiana Fever's Caitlin Clark was busy turning Angel Reese's nightmare become a reality. Do you recall how everyone believed Clark was no match for the pros? Fortunately, she is on the verge of demonstrating her innocence in the most astounding manner imaginable. Now let's go back in time a little. The Fever were battling tooth and claw for a playoff berth before the Sky's collapse. The fans were itching for a change as they hadn't experienced postseason action since 2016. Then there's freshman sensation Caitlin Clark, who has been a jaw-dropper and a scoreboard light all season. Maybe you're asking, sure, she's good, but can one rookie really change a team's fate? Hold on tight because Clark did just that. Clark took full advantage of every situation, while Reese missed layups at will. Observing a chess master at work is like being a spectator at a checkers game. Under duress, Clark does better than average. In fact, she flourishes. She truly shines when the pressure is on. As the Sky missed their opportunity, Clark took charge and guided the Fever to a playoff berth. Making shots isn't enough. You also need to timing your plays perfectly. What about Clark? She is quite skilled at that. However, things start to get intriguing at this point. Clark's influence extends far beyond the realm of athletic success. I can assure you that there was absolutely no contest when she was chosen the undisputed Rookie of the Year, an award befitting a game changer.
And understanding, like, yeah, negative things have probably been said about me, but honestly, I'll take that because look where women's basketball is.
On-court battles over the years, this is the first time ever that they will be teammates.
Not a generic participation trophy. You know how some new players need a little while to get a feel for the pros? Clark is not the one. There was no turning back for her once she got going. According to an insider, you have to watch one Caitlin Clark game and one Angel Reese game to see how much more Clark affects the game. Pretty spot on, right? Being a leader, having a positive impact on those around you, and having solid statistics are more important. The future of the Fever can be discussed now in light of this. Clark is more than a passing fad. She is the rock around which they are constructing their future. Under her leadership, the Fever aren't content with merely reaching the playoffs. They are envisioning themselves as champions. The rest of the league is frantically trying to catch up as if they've discovered their secret weapon. And here is the most important part. Clark isn't succeeding alone. Interdependence is the WNBA's guiding principle.
Caitlin's last 10 games, averaging 18 points, 14 assists, 6 rebounds. That is incredible. Those are MVP-like numbers. Of course, A'ja Wilson's running away with the MVP.
On the court, I'm very competitive. I'm super competitive when it comes between the lines. I work really hard, but when off the court, we can have a good time.
When the Sky lost, Clark and the Fever took advantage of the chance that the opposing team had. Clark has just set off a chain reaction by bringing down the first domino. Put it in your mind. We could be describing things differently if Reese had made those layups and the Sky had secured their postseason position. The excitement of sports, though, comes from the fact that they are so unpredictable. Rather of merely stepping up, Clark flew over everyone's expectations. There's more to the story than just Clark's incredible ascent. Conversely, the Chicago Sky's prospects of making the playoffs are now in ruins. Does Chicago have a darker underbelly, or is this all a matter of unfortunate circumstances? Although Reese's poor performance last night may have seemed like a fluke, the Sky really has more serious issues than you would assume. The numbers reveal the truth, therefore, let's examine them closely. This past season's total for the Sky, their last 10 games have been abysmal, going 2-8. A nosedive, not merely a dip, describes that. Losses aren't the only thing to consider. The focus is on their defeat. The Sky's general approach and coaching have taken a lot of heat, and rightfully so. When everything is coming apart on your team, you have to ask, is a leadership change necessary? And we can discuss such deals that happened recently. Keep in mind that Marina Mabre had to pack her things. Not only did she take her equipment with her, but she also took a little bit of the team's chemistry. When asked about the Sky's lack of a unified winning strategy, Mabre was quite blunt. Rather of being merely shade, that brings attention to a more significant issue. While this is going on, you may be asking, okay, but every team has rough patches, right?
Good D by JC.
A little head fake. Reese, flick of the wrist. Air ball again, no.
All the level you feel the praise, that's the level you're going to feel all the hate too. So you got to stay right in the middle.
Yes, but this is more than a patch. We are in the midst of a disaster. Why shouldn't the fans be angry? In recent drafts, they have seen talent after talent elude the Sky. It's the equivalent of seeing a queue of celebrity chefs waiting outside your favorite restaurant while they do nothing. However, things start to get intriguing at this point. The Sky's problems aren't merely a matter of bad luck, according to one theory. Rumor has it that there is some logic to all this chaos, according to certain insiders. An unflinching critic said, You cannot tell me the Angel Reese padding her stat situation is not calculated. The Sky is trying to manufacture a superstar, and it's killing their team. Give that some consideration. Do they care so much about producing a star that they're prepared to give up victories? In contrast to the rest of the league, they seem to be engaged in a game of chess. You won't believe what happened next. There's a problem. What has come out of this whole ordeal? By all mathematical measures, the Chicago Sky are out of the postseason hunt. For a squad that was expected to be in title contention, that is more than just disappointing. It is a complete and utter catastrophe. Therefore, what is the true plot here?
Ever All-Star game come on an offensive board, leads the WNBA in that category. Well done, rookie.
And sometimes I don't even realize how far away I am. Like, I watch it back on film and I'm like, wow, I should not shoot that shot.
Is the coaching terrible? Mismanagement of the roster? Prioritizing individual performance metrics above team achievement? Actually, it's likely a combination of all these factors. The Sky's decline is due to more than just a poor performance or an individual's struggles. It follows a squad that has gone astray at every level, from management to the playing field. Even if the Sky are in free fall, other teams are making progress. What Caitlin Clark and the Fever did with this chance is already in front of us. The situation is reminiscent of a musical chairs game, but the Sky had just been eliminated from the playoffs.